It is scary though, like you don't want to be the devil in the room, you know? I'm past that now though, but I've learned, especially in relationships, I've had to suppress so much of myself. Like I'm not even myself.
Welcome to the Not So Random Talk with T.
Hey besties, welcome back. So today I'm sitting with Jade, and honestly, this conversation has been on my mind all week. We're talking about something I call the self-esteem tax. You know, that invisible cost we pay as women just trying to be everything to everyone? And Jade's got some stuff to say about it. Let's get into it. Thanks for having me, babes. I'm excited. Okay, so real talk. Have you ever caught yourself just shrinking? Like dimming your light just to keep the peace? Because I think about it all the time. Oh, mate, constantly. I'm a Cancer, a natural giver. I give, to the point where I literally forget about myself.
Yeah.
In relationships, friendships, work, everywhere, really. But that's actually a gift, though, you know? That generosity, that's real. But it is, but it becomes toxic, innit? Like, I've spent years feeling guilty for just putting myself first. Learning to unlearn all these toxic traits you've been taught your whole life. Years. The guilt that comes with boundaries, girl, that's a whole thing. So the last couple years you said you've really turned inward? Yeah, the last 2 years especially. I'm a very responsible, resourceful person, so everyone comes to me with their problems knowing I'm gonna fix it. And I do, because I care.
But at some point you realize that you're running on empty. And then what? And then what? Like, what happens when you finally start to pull back?
They feel it immediately. It's wild. People become so entitled to what you're giving them that when you can't show up the same way, it's like you've betrayed them.
And you know what's crazy? They don't even realize they're doing it half the time, right? And then the moment you say no, they flip. They switch up completely
Because you've always made a way. So when you finally set a boundary, it's like you've done something wrong. And you find yourself in situations where people get volatile.
Volatile? Like aggressive volatile?
Yeah. It's taken such a long time to be able to say no without feeling like the bad guy, without feeling like I'm the one doing something wrong.
It is scary though, like you don't want to be the devil in the room, you know?
I'm past that now though, but I've learned, especially in relationships, I've had to suppress so much of myself. Like I'm not even myself.
For who though? For men, usually.
Every relationship I've been in, I've had to behave according to their expectations. And it's mad because I'm Alicia.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna mold myself into something I'm not. I have a huge heart, I'm reactive, I'm not perfect. But if a man comes my way, he's got to accept I'm not what he wants. I won't mold myself into something I'm not.
Right? You didn't meet me a certain way and I'm not changing just because you got comfortable. If I'm a goal-getter, ambitious, like being in the spotlight, that's who I am. So don't come close to me trying to dim my light to feed your ego. I need you to understand that my boundaries are non-negotiable. I don't understand why men go for the opposite type and then try to make them small to suit them.
Men go for the opposite type and then try to change them. It makes no sense.
I need a man with patience.
And these days, I don't think they bother to invest. I'm not rushing into anything. I'm confrontational. Men hate that. I don't like it.
Why would you be anything else though? Like why would you code switch
just to make someone comfortable? That's exhausting. I'm upfront about my mental health from jump. I suffer with it and I'm open and honest. I explain my faults so later it can't get thrown back. I was honest from the start.
That takes courage, honestly, because I feel like everybody got their own mental health stuff happening. There are definitely times when I feel so beaten and buried and unmotivated and just dry. People who don't understand it just think you being lazy or you making excuses. They don't get it.
Exactly, but then there's also my personality. I've got this laddish clown behavior, really dry humor, and I don't think men like it. Plus, I'm super independent. I don't take from people, so they feel like they can't do anything for me because I do it all myself.
Yeah.
That's who I am.
Yeah. So you're confident, you're funny, you know yourself, you're stable, and that's somehow a problem?
According to men, yeah. But you know what? I'm turning 40 in a few weeks and I'm like, I ain't shrinking or dimming myself for no one. It's too much effort, babes.
Oh my God, 40 is gonna look so good on you.
Thank you. I'm shocked myself, to be fair. But yeah, I've just reached a point where I ask a lot of questions. I always wanna know people's background, their family structure. I really wanna get to know someone. I'm so open. If you ask me something, I'll answer it. But be prepared that it might not be what you wanna hear. People always ask me, why are you asking so many questions? And I'm like, I'm trying to get to know you. What's your favorite food? Color? What do you like? What don't you like?
People get weird about that though. But like, how else am I supposed to know you? I don't want to be dining with the devil or wasting time doing nothing with nobody. I need to know who you are.
I want to know what makes you tick.
It's like it's a crime to ask surface questions. If you're not for me, you're not for me. I'd rather know upfront than waste time.
Here's what I'm thinking. We taught that being easygoing is the highest compliment for women. But when does being easygoing become losing yourself? Do we confuse kind with being a pushover?
When people see a window of kindness, they plot on you. I'm far too vocal. I say what I think and explain why. If someone upsets me, I'll go to them and explain why maturely.
Communication, though, that's actually everything. You know how to do that?
It's key. I swear by 3 C's: communication, consistency, and commitment. If you can't do those, just tell me.
That's fair. That's just respect. And being kind doesn't make you a pushover, full stop. Like, I can be kind and have boundaries at the same time. Those aren't mutually exclusive.
It's about boundaries. I'm very spiritually sensitive, so if someone's energy is off, I get a headache. That's my exit sign. Or I feel a room's vibe and think, nah, not for me. But I do give people chances because we're all human and imperfect. Third strike though, I'm done.
Third strike? Girl, that's generous. Most people would have tapped out at the first one. Well, the first time I explained my boundary. Second time, we have a discussion about it. Third time, now you're just taking me for a fool, and I don't do that. 100%. That's fair. But that intuition thing is real, though. We feel things before we know them logically. We're spiritual beings. We perceive and feel. 9 times out of 10, we're always right about it.
Women are so incredibly intuitive. We're emotional, we pick up on tone, body language, all of it. We see things before they happen, and we always know. If I'm giving 100% and making effort, texting, never leaving someone on read, that's who I am. I can't ignore someone. It's a pet hate of mine. If I call and they miss it, they can see that missed call. But if they don't respond back, that tells me everything. Everything. I sent a message on the 27th of May and it's still undelivered. They will never get a response from me again. I just walk away and leave people be. I wouldn't want a person to stress or ruin their day by my poor behavior. Let's face it, our phones are in our hands pretty much all day.
I don't like being left on read and never will do that. If I can't respond right now, I message back, yo, I see you, give me a second. That's just respect.
Because you're respectful as a person. Again, it's the communication and consistency. It's just good manners, isn't it? If I'm busy, I'll explain or put up a status. I always give people the heads up. I understand how to be organized and delegate my time. If I am unable to step up to the plate, I will say so.
I think everybody should be like this, honestly, being respectful to everyone, their time, their efforts. If you can't, communicate. Let's know where we stand.
It's just simple common sense. I just don't get how people cannot do it, honestly.
We come into the end of this. Before we go, if you could speak to women listening who think their worth is tied to how much they pour out or how agreeable they need to be liked, what would you say to them? I would say, ladies, you can't pour from an empty cup. I'm all about women's power. I love women.
I love our strength, how we nurture, how we love. I'm a girl's girl. I've never hated on another woman because we're in it together. I get excited and genuinely happy for creators. I comment, like, share. Whatever I can do to help a fellow lioness step up, I will. Whether it's a look, prompts, reposting, doesn't matter. I'm a girl's girl. Always have been, always will be. It's embedded in my DNA and that will never change. And I don't want it to change.
Don't ever, never change. You hear me? You are a gift, like genuinely. Thank you so much, Jade, for this conversation. Getting to know you like this is gold to me.
Thank you so much for having me, babe. This has been absolutely amazing and so needed. I really appreciate you and this incredible space you've created for real, authentic conversations.
Thank you so much. Thanks so much for tuning in, everyone. If you're new, this is the Not So Random Talk with T. Follow, like, comment, and share. Come back next Friday for more conversations like this.